Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome. Welcome. We love seeing your faces. So if you're willing, please turn on your cameras at the bottom of your screen. Thank you so much for coming to party with us today. It's just lovely to see you all. Also, if you go down and check for the chat feature, it does work best on a computer. But if you do engage the chat feature, you will be able to see the artist's websites while the presentation is going on. You'll also be able to ask questions and just engage with us. Tell us what you think of the work and favorite pieces, or ask any questions that you want us to ask the questions of the artist at the after party. So thank you so much for everyone for coming today and joining us at Art Party Central. I would like to talk about one technical thing. In case we have any major technical difficulty and we have to end the party abruptly, we will post the updated link. Oh, someone is, if you're chatting in the back, do you mind just muting yourself?
Sorry.
No, no problem at all. All right, so back to the technical difficulties. If the party ends abruptly, we will post an updated link at the top of the page at artpartycentral.org. You'll be able to see it really easily. It'll be in red. So if anything happens to us, go over to our website, click on that link, and we will meet you there and continue on. Now that all this technical stuff is out of the way, I'd like to have a quick cheers for all being together. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
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 Ooh, I like what you're having.
Oh, thank you. Yes, a little local cider from our farmer's market this morning.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. So we're going to go ahead and mute everybody now. Don't be offended. It is just Zoom protocol. And I am back. This time I actually remembered to unmute myself, which is a small miracle. I am Kathleen Tesnakis. I'm the owner and designer of Ecologic, a recycling design company in Troy, New York. And I'm also one of the co-founders of Art Party Central. I welcome you all to our evening event. A little bit about me. I've been an artist for the last 25 years, and I'm just so thrilled to actually have a platform to bring our customers and amazing artists together and celebrate the work that we all do. So thank you so much for coming. Joining me tonight as admin is my husband and partner, Charlie Tesnakis, and he will be watching the chat and capturing your questions. And if you need anything at all during the evening, you can reach out to him at admin. And if you are interested in the work we do, you can visit our website at ekologic.com, and that's Ecologic with a K. Now that I have talked a little bit about me, let's talk about the artists here tonight. We are so thrilled to have 7 super talented artists this evening. Karla Gudeon from Karla Gudeon Art and Design, Trecy Bleich from Vella Mode, Jan Lichtenstein from It's by Jan, Dennis Woke from Journey Bags, Danielle Merzatta from Merzatta, Joy from Joy Stember Metal Arts, and Valerie Hector from Valerie Hector Designs. I welcome all of them, and I can't wait to get started. Let me tell you a little bit about how this party is going to shake out. Each one of the artists will give a presentation. And then if time allows, I will ask 1 or 2 questions that were previously submitted. At the end of the party, we will raffle off one $50 gift certificate for each artist's websites. That is 7 chances to win for just hanging out with us all today. You do have to be present to win, so please stick around. We will also give you a special discount code at the end of the evening, which will be good for all of the artists' websites, as well as Charlie's and my company, Ecologic. So please go to the artists' websites and do some shopping after the event. You will have that discount code sent to you, and we will reveal that at the very end. We will also be opening up the party for chatting at the end of the presentations, and we invite you at that moment to unmute yourselves and mingle. And we will also bring back any unanswered questions and get those things taken care of. So let's begin the fun stuff. Our first artist today is Karla Gudeon. Karla, take it away.
Well, hi, Kathleen and Charlie and everybody at Art Party Central. And we will just call this the second miracle of the night because I also remember to unmute, which I never do. So again, I am so pleased to be here. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Karla from Karla Gudeon Art and Design, and I'm primarily a painter and printmaker. And what that means is I came to it, well, for those that don't know my backstory, I went to art school and then became a school teacher, not of art, for many years before finding my way into printmaking, which was something I self-taught years and years after art school. And it was freeing, and it was like finding my match, the perfect match. It just works with my work. So every piece starts off with a metal plate that's in size with the lines. It's actually the inside lines that print onto the paper. And once they print, I get off my press the black ink outline for the piece. And just lately, I've been loving these outlines enough that I'm going to start putting them up on my website, available just as the black ink rendition of the work. Right now, they're not there, but one of my favorite parts about Art Party is I get so many emails and contacts afterwards, and we can talk about it personally, which makes the connection that much better. I think it's so much more personal than just, clicking off a site. Once the print is made, I have multiples, and then I can paint them however my mood strikes me. So this is the same print painted two different ways. And that's how I make all my pieces I'm going to show you tonight. And for those that, and this is what it looks like framed. And for those of you that know my work, you know that a lot of times I work in themes. I have lots of trees of life, lots of Hansas, lots of strong women. But tonight I'd like to zero in on an element of my work that I put in everything, which is birds, because birds to me signify freedom and life, and they're adorable. And I also like anthropomorphizing them and seeing them in different scenarios. So the first pieces I'm going to share with you, again, I'm pulling from the archives, pieces that aren't on my website. So if you're interested, definitely put it in the chat and I'll get in touch. But this is a bird that I drew one day, and it just kind of came out of me. The weather was perfect. I was having a great day. And I drew this bird scene and I called it Halcyon Days. And I hadn't had enough. So what I ended up doing was making a partner piece for it, which is Halcyon Days 2. And they work well on their own or as a pair. I'm having trouble showing you both at the same time. Let's see if I can figure this out. But one of my favorite things about these two pieces I designed is the story, which is I knew the expression Halcyon Days meant a perfect day. And I named the pieces Halcyon Days. I put it on the paper. And then I decided, you know what? I don't know where that expression comes from. I'm going to look it up. And sure enough, I look up Halcyon Days, and it's from a Greek legend about two lovers that are turned into birds. And one protects the other from winds and storms so she can lay her eggs. So it was just one of these moments where the artwork, the chicken before the egg, it came in the wrong order, but I was so happy when these emerged. Another thing that I do with my little ones, which is a collection that's been a favorite here at Art Party Central, is I design them so they resonate with everybody, but they kind of came out of places people I know. So for example, the self-portrait parts in my little bird collections are Strange Little Bird, because I've always been the odd duck and proud to be an odd duck. And then Bootylicious, because I have quite the rump on me and we might as well celebrate it. So those are the self-portrait birds. And then I have my kids, but this one has actually been one of the most popular pieces in the collection. This is Normal is Overrated. I designed it to be a portrait of my son, Max, as a bird. And coincidentally, when I designed this, I get a call from college and he had just dyed his hair blue. So it was particularly fitting in that one case. I like sharing my stories with y'all. And then my other son is my night owl. And this comes with Hebrew or English for night owl at the bottom. And yes, he stays up late, and that was part of the impetus for the title. But I also wanted to draw a bird that looked completely strong, steady, and self-assured. Because as parents, you want to give your kids that confidence and that ego and that strength. Only I went overboard, and I get the "I am so great" call every single day. And so I couldn't do a bird for my other son without having it show an extreme amount of confidence. Other ones I do just because they're pretty. I have Small Wonder, which is, I think, a great piece, for the change of seasons, because I love hummingbirds. I'm a city girl at heart, so I have my Brooklyn bird. And I actually got a thank you note for this piece on official Ray Seals Supreme Court stationery from Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who said she had it hanging in chambers, giving her smiles. So that's a very special one to me. And then
I love that, Karla, that Ruth Bader Ginsburg was looking and smiling at your pieces every day.
I can't tell you how happy that makes me.
Oh my, I think it's just made us all happy in this room. Now, the spring is coming, and I know you have beautiful birds, but what can I do with my art to sort of mark the season changes into spring?
Number one, you can move your art around, just like ourselves. When you have something in your house and you move it, it wakens your eye to it again. Sometimes you walk by blindly and you don't see what's on your walls. And if you move it to a new place, it brings attention to this thing you bought that you love. And then the other thing to remember is that nothing much other than your appearance and your accessories tells more about you than the art that you hang in your home. So these days, when we're all on Zoom, situate yourself where you could see something special behind you. It'll make you happy while you're looking, and those on the Zoom will in effect know more about you by the art that you choose to be in your background.
Yeah, I just love all of your pieces, and the new pieces. These birds are just incredible because I am hearing birds. I'm starting to feel spring, so it's exciting. And that also leads me to weddings. I mean, it's really coming up wedding season. What kind of gifts do you suggest for wedding gifts?
I have lots. And the other thing I love to do is inscribe. So this piece is called Beshert. Beshert is a Yiddish word that means you found your soulmate. And underneath the title, this is great for wedding, anniversary, engagement. I put the names of the couple. And then if you just need a small gift, let's see, I have my wedding birds. And this is my two brides. This is my non-gendered lovebirds.
Very sweet.
This is my two grooms. And then we have the groom and the bride. And all of these can be inscribed as well. I also do something called ketubot, which is Jewish marriage contracts. And if we have time at the after party, I can show you one of those.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm sure everyone's going to be thrilled to see those as well. And I think it's so cool that you can personalize them. And I know I have pieces that have been personalized by you that I love. So I want to thank you. And we're going to move on to the next artist of the evening, and we'll come back to you at the after party. Our next artist is Trecy Bleich from Vella Mode. Trecy, take it away.
Hi, thanks everyone for being here. My name is Trecy Bleich. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I do minimal modern jewelry. I'm a metalsmith. I do a code connection in my work. I have on two pairs of earrings, trying to show you the style that I normally do. So this is called Eclipse. And I basically just have my earrings are gold filled. I use 14 karat gold filled or silver filled for my hard metal. And then for my chains, I use sterling silver, but for the chain for the gold is also 14 karat gold filled. And as you can see, my designs are very modern. This is new, it's called Flow. I don't know, I think I was thinking about summer. And the flow of the hair, so the shape can bend like the flow of the hair. And as you can see, this is about 3 inches long. And I don't know, I'm really inspired by nature. Here in Georgia, we have very beautiful weather, and I take walks in the afternoon, and we just have a very, very nice skyline here in Georgia. I live on the outskirts of Atlanta. But I have, this is modern also. I don't know if you guys can see, but I named this piece Horizon. One side of the chain is, this is what for the silver, one side of the chain is 14 karat gold filled and sterling silver. But for the gold, oops, yeah. So as you can see, it bends here, but when you open it, it will extend. So one side is oxidized sterling silver and 14 karat gold filled. So that's why I named it Horizon. But when I infuse color in my line, I do it with anodized aluminum or resin, and I use a bio-based resin. And I love implementing, green in my work or in my packaging. I have a lot of green packaging when I ship the designs to you guys. But as you can see, this pendant here is made out of bio resin, and it's called it's called Halo, sorry. And the halo comes with the gold pendant in the middle. It's a frameless pendant, and I use the same chain as with all of my metals. So you can layer all the pieces. See, I have just a metalsmith piece here, and then my resin piece. But it comes in 4 colors. I have smoke and blue. I'm wearing the blue, lavender, or green. I think smoke is very popular. I styled this one with one of my open circle designs. And this is also 16 inches with a 2-inch extender. Here's a mold that I use for my resin. This is cured, it cures by air. So I just pop this out. So this is a bracelet that I made with resin. And this is also called Halo. It matched the necklace that I'm wearing. And let me show you guys. This is new. So I have these pieces. This is also resin, and I put cotton in the middle. I've always wanted to work with a textile, but this is cotton, which is a natural fiber. And as you can see here, this is my minimal piece of my metalsmith. So I use gold fill. I only do it in gold fill right now. And I also make the ear wires, which gives it a really nice quality, really nice sturdiness to the design. So this is lavender. And I named this collection Water Lilies. I've always liked Claude Monet. I love art, and I love the softness and the smooth lines of his painting. That's the lavender. You probably can see better. This is, I call it moss, but I used a 2-tone cotton thread. And this is also frameless, just to celebrate the bio resin. And I also have it in black. So this is the black thread. Now, these are the earrings. And I also make this in a long necklace. This is a pendant. So this is, let me try to, this is, it's spinning, sorry. So this is the pendant. And as you can see, it has the 2-tone green. I love the green. And I also love the black because I put gold with the black just to make the black pop, actually. Yeah, and I also make that in blue as well. And let me show you my top line, which is called the Open Circle. This is very personal to me because I had an incident that happened to me. Maybe, I think it was back in 2014 where I was almost killed in a car accident. And after recovering from everything, I also had severe PTSD. I wrote a text just to inspire others and to encourage others based on what I went through. And so I got the text copy written. I can't see it. I don't know if you guys can, but it says, whatever challenges encircle in our lives, there's always an open door. And with each purchase, you would get this card to go with it. And this collection is giftable. It's giftable. And as you can see, this is 3 sizes, mini, regular, and large. The 2 shorter pieces, the 16 inches. Hello? Did someone say?
Yeah,
Oh.
I was just going to get to your questions. I love all of these
Okay.
pieces that you have showing us tonight. So you're hearing me. We just have time for a quick question because I just wanted you to go on. Can you tell me how you can style your GG aluminum pieces?
Okay, the aluminum pieces also, as with my metal pieces, I make it a certain inch, but I put a 2-inch extender. So you can pair it with any of my designs, because that's just how I design it. Here's an aluminum piece here that is cubed, but in the middle I put a hematite gemstone. So you can just layer it like that. And it goes so well with the resin and with all of my metals. Yeah, with just layering and matching the colors together.
Well, your work is just delightful. I just have enjoyed seeing the new pieces and learning more about the eco resin. Thank you so much, Trecy. We will ask you more questions at the end. And now we're going to go on to our next artist. Thank you so much. Our next artist is Jan Lichtenstein. It's by Jan. Please take it away.
Thank you. Hello, thank you everybody for being here. Really appreciate everyone coming. What I do is silk and glass. So my silks are all done in a, what I do is shibori, arashi shibori, which is a type of, here I'll show you, hang on, I will show you. It is a type of wrapping that you use. It's a Japanese technique. And if you wrap the silk and then compress the silk, you get these lines. And the lines, I'll move that out of the way. The lines, here, let me show you a very good example of this. So, as you can see, there are lines going one way across this pattern. This is a jacquard, and the jacquard is a silk that has patterns in it. And the lines, as you can see, go through, and those are made with the wrapping. So I work in about 6 or 7 different types of silks. I do jacquards, bubble silk, organzas, charmeuse, which is this one, which is kind of the Rolls Royce of silks. So let me show you. And then I also do these scarf magnets, which help you style your scarves. So as an example, here we have just a regular size scarf. You do one little fold, put the back of the magnet behind your shirt and behind the scarf, and your scarf will never move. Thank you. And we also have some new colors for spring coming up. So I'm doing this pink and white. And this one is a, one side is rectangular and the other side is an angle. Once again, do a little fold.
Can you show us the texture on that? I love when you bring it up to the camera so we can see that shibori technique.
So you can see the little lines, and on top of this silk is called Madalise. So here, I'm actually gonna take it off to show you something. It's called Madalise, and Madalise has a pattern in it, but it's not a shiny silk. So as an example, one of the happy accidents that happen, you see those little circles? That's kind of like a happy accident when it comes out of the steamer. So here's another example, also Madalise.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then you can see the lines, and this is part of the exotic birds collection. And what I do is I kind of get a bunch of pictures of exotic birds, and I look at the colors and see how I can not only have the same color as the bird, but mix the colors between the birds. So I kind of, it's kind of almost like a sunset also. Goes all the way across to different colors. And then when you wear it, there are many different ways to wear it, but you could do it, just the regular way. You could do it when you put it around, put a magnet on. So there's many different ways to wear these. I also do, being from New York, I do things that are gray and black. Oops. So this is another one this is bubble silk. And as you can see up close, it actually literally is a silk that has elastic in it. And all silks are very slippery. So they will move around, but if you put a magnet on and you put the magnet back underneath your shirt, your scarf will never move. And then these are great because for Zoom, you can just throw on a little poncho and you can be wearing just a crappy t-shirt and a pair of pants and no one will ever know. Because, they only see you from here up. Here's another one of my new styles. It actually is a circle. It starts out as a circle. And the nice thing about this one is the ends, when you do it, that you have kind of a really nice way they roll. Any questions?
Yes, I've got a couple of questions for you. And what other uses do the scarf magnets have?
That's a great question. You can use them as a pin. A lot of times people use them like right in the middle as a brooch. You do both hearts, rectangles, and I'm starting to do more ovals. So you can just wear it as decoration. My husband wears it. You can also wear them for lapel pins. My husband uses them all the time. He uses them on his coat in the winter, as well as jackets in the spring.
Great. And what has inspired you to create your latest designs?
Really, it's nature. I love the colors in nature, and the great thing about doing the Rashi Shibori is you can do this kind of amazing different looks in the same scarf. So what I love to look outside at nature, look at pictures of nature, so that I can get the idea for colors. And as you can see, I'm very big on colors. So I tried it, and the glass, by the way, is all handmade glass. I make this as well, and they're very sturdy. I have sent them through the washing machine many times.
Can you bring it up close so we can see the details that you put in those pieces? Okay, lovely.
Let me show you a couple more.
Hang on. Okay. Yeah, if you show us a couple more of those, and then a couple more favorite scarves would be great.
Sure.
Those are lovely too.
So here are some also magnets. They're extremely strong. You can use them through wool. You can use them through silk, anything. They won't put any holes in your silks.
And I heard before that you have 3 kilns that you create with those.
Well, I really have 4. Oh, I'm about to have 4. I just ordered a new one.
That's fun. We all have to have our special machines to do these beautiful things, right?
But now I'm trying to get my my cousin to do a alteration, a piece of equipment, so I can file easily the glass.
Oh, beautiful. And tell us about this scarf that you're wearing.
So this one is it's a circle. I don't think I got the other piece. It's a circle, and it's because it's a circle, it has those round things at the bottom that just go around in a circle. This one can be worn. This is really beautiful to wear it all the way around you. And you can put the 2 pieces together. Oh yeah. You can wear it over your shoulders.
I like the way it curls at the bottom. That is really, really lovely.
Yeah, those are. It just gives it a nice little touch.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much, Jan. It's lovely to learn more about your work and the shibori technique and your magnets. That's wonderful. I'm going to pass it on to our next artist, which is Dennis Wolk from Journey Bags. Please take it away, Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis. I'm the creator of Journey Bags. I wanted to thank Art Party Central for the opportunity to present my work to you. So I'd like to give you a peek into my design process when I'm creating a bag. My shapes are generally rectangles, squares, sometimes circles. I actually once accidentally designed a bag that turned out to look like a leather Chinese takeout bag. That was interesting. So when I get a piece of leather, I enjoy taking a look at it, studying it, and trying to see where the bag is in the leather. A lot of times, as I've said, I let the leather talk to me and tell me what it needs to do. So this was a piece that I had cut out yesterday from bison hide. I really enjoy the high grain that it produces and the natural edges that it has. So sometimes I get pieces that have holes in them, in which case, rather than cut around it, I like to try to utilize it, where I would take another piece of leather to try and make it pop. This is alligator, or this is emu, and the different colors just really work with it. So I designed a bag a while ago that is made of buffalo, purple ostrich, black ostrich, and then I attached a emerald green crocodile piece. It's actually
Can you hold it up to the camera?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I just love
Yeah.
seeing the detail of your work and the stitches and everything.
So it's all hand stitched, it's all hand laced. And this particular bag has a magnet to help hold the flap from pulling out. Front pocket, it's all a cognac colored bison with a cowhide gusset. Honestly, I liked it so much that I decided to make one for myself. This one is along the same lines, but it's a bit larger. So this also has the ostrich. This has this gorgeous turquoise alligator and cognac ostrich with a buffalo pocket that actually was missing a piece. And rather than not use it, I just repurposed another cutout and completed the pocket. But it's important that my bags are quality leather, but they're also important that it's functional. So by carrying a bag, I can see how it works or if it doesn't work. And it can really hold quite a bit. This has a 3-inch gusset. So I've got my iPad checkbook, which I started making, passport cover. I got a ton wallet. I'm ready to pull the kitchen sink out, and a card case that I started making as well. They can hold quite a bit, and they hold up quite a while. I also try to put a key finder in all my bags. So once you pile everything in, as long as you attach your keys to it, you can always find them. And I like to tell people my bags are warranted, lifetime warranty. And I explain that as long as I'm alive, I'll be happy to take care of any problem they may have. I also custom fit the bags to whoever's buying them. A lot of times I try to make my straps long enough. This was when we were doing shows, so that if I had to make an adjustment, I could do it at a show. It's easier to shorten it than it is to lengthen it, but they're designed to be crossbody or over your shoulder.
had a question, Dennis, if I might.
Yeah,
I wanted to know, I know that you've been like making your bags for quite a while, and I was wondering like, how did you learn to start working with leather?
when I just graduated from Tyler, and in Elkins Park, PA, I had an opportunity to go up to Martha's Vineyard with a group of friends, and I needed a job, and found someone that was looking for an assistant that they could train for the leather craftsman that was on site, and that's where I learned the basics: belts, bags, well, belts, watch bands, wallets, and the bags came later. So
I think that is so neat. I mean, one of the things that I really appreciate is how artists bring other artists in and teach them a trade. And it's such an important thing. It's given so many of us, an opportunity to have careers on our own, which obviously you've done. What drives your passion for creating bags? Is there something that just like inspires you to keep making bags?
I just really love leather. I love and I love design. I was trained as a graphic designer, and I started with fine arts. Quickly learned that was going to pay the bills. But I like design. I like abstract design, and I can incorporate a lot of that into what I do with the bags, because it just gives me an opportunity. And the textures and the colors all play into all of that. So I really enjoy what I do. And I think that's really important, that, you can get out of bed in the morning and you look forward to what you're going to do.
Yes, I'm kind of personally fascinated by the work apron. I don't know if it's a work apron because it's so beautiful. I love the stitches and everything. Is there a story behind this?
Well, actually, there is a bit of a story. The last time that we did an art party and you remarked about it, it encouraged me to raise the bar a bit, because this piece was plain when you saw it. And so were the straps that I added to it. And I figured, you know what? If I'm going to get noticed for it, it should be a little bit better than just plain. So I vented the front and I backed it, I laced it, and then I laced this as well. That was for you.
Oh, well, thank you. It's really spectacular. So I'm glad, it's fun. We push each other to new places, which is part of the reason we're here. Thank you so much, Dennis. I really enjoyed your story and your work. And we're going to move on to our next artist. So thank you so much for sharing with us. Our next artist tonight is Danielle Merzatta of Merzatta. Danielle, please take it away.
Hi there. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Danielle, and my husband and I work together to create a jewelry line inspired by natural forms, and I'm going to walk you through 3 of our collections tonight. This is a piece of cedar, and we take these natural forms and turn them directly into metal by using a casting process. So this earring, you can see that is made out of the texture in that branch. So our first step is often taking a mold of an existing organic piece and capturing that material into sterling silver, and then building that piece into something that's wearable on the body. So that's a sterling bracelet with a cedar branch top and fabricated sides. And when we really love a texture like that, maybe inside there we'll see a little small piece of it. And so this chain is made with multiple pieces of that cedar branch. I really love making kind of awesome, complicated chains. So if you're into that, our collection might be a good fit for you. This piece is another organic form I really love to work with. It's called a Casuarina pine cone. We were working in the Caribbean maybe 12 years ago and found these really special little pine cones and started carving and casting them when we began our jewelry line together. And these little units are carved out of those pine cones and then cast in sterling. So sometimes with our work, you'll see a shape repeated in different ways. On my site, you'll find one little piece of this as a stud earring. You'll also see it as a double, as a triple drop earring. You'll see it wrapped in a quad, the pinecone quad earring, as a chain like this. Sometimes we keep going on those same pieces. And this necklace is the chain I just showed you, but with stone settings built into each little cup form, and then set with rose cut raw diamonds all the way across. And the color difference here is going from sterling silver to oxidized sterling silver. And then we polish off the oxidation a little bit to be able to show multiple colors, but in the same material. Within that core collection, here's another form we love to work with. This is sea fan coral, found on the same beach that those little pine cones were from. And here's an example, again, of the same piece in sterling silver, but finished different ways. So this is the medium sea fan teardrop earring. I call something like this a universal donor. It looks good on everyone. It's easy to understand. It's like a very easy gift item. It's a really easy piece. And so with pieces that are sort of so classic in that way, I'm likely to try to have them in lots of different materials. So this goes from 18 karat gold, like the Olympics, bronze, silver, gold. So black rhodium plated bronze. This is a little bit of an unusual material in the art jewelry world. So we first begin with bronze, which is kind of considered like a lower material, but then we add rhodium to it, which is like right now maybe $15,000 an ounce. It's a really, really high material. And it creates this super interesting black gold coloring that if you're somebody that wears a lot of gold, but doesn't want all of your other gold tone elements to be solid gold price points like this, but also doesn't necessarily want to wear plated materials, the black rhodium plated bronze is a really interesting way to go. And it's something we use a lot. And so have like a huge breadth in that material. Another texture, I think I said I'd only show you three, but I'll also show you one more, which is our lace collection. And so this is a belt buckle made out of a piece of cotton lace. So cotton responds the same way as some of these other organic textures, except that its fabric is so light and thin that it just needs to be stiffened first with a wax. So I dip these pieces in boiling wax to make them able to withstand the casting process that the other pieces go through. So you'll see in the hearts collection on my site, there's an earring that looks like that, that's made out of a larger piece. So I pull one casting of this piece and then cut that into lots of different parts. And then there are 3 lace chains in our collection. This is, oh, I just tangled. This one here is called the lace floral collar. Is that focus okay, Kathleen? Can you see it?
Yes. Yeah, you can put it a little closer, I think. Yeah, it's just so pretty. And this makes me think again of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's really cool to see this.
Actually, I just threw on my site, if you scroll down on the homepage, there's like a series of look sections. There's a woman wearing 3 lace collars all at one time, and they stack in this very cool Ginsburg kind of way.
Oh, awesome.
Here's another lace collar piece. This is super beautiful on, yes, it does look great on brides. That's often a question that gets asked. But it's more casual than that too, particularly when in the bronze color. So here's the black rhodium plated bronze color. And so this piece on skin feels like it almost looks like a drawing on your skin, like it lays just exactly so. And it's a really, really nice thing. But if like that feels like a lot, sometimes when people think of collars or like a full line of pearls, that feels like, oh, it's too much for this moment or this necklace, or I want to stack. And so in some cases we have pieces like this that take like a single element of a collection and make it both more affordable for if you're gifting or if it's like other pieces feel like reaches, but give you like the essence of the collection without it being a big piece that's like more to wear. And our pendants always come, unless it's a custom order, but if you're just ordering a small pendant online, they will come with a 15-inch, 16-inch, and 18-inch sizing loop. So if it's a gift, it's easy to know that there's probably a reasonable option there. Or you can always ask us to make an extender if you need something to be bigger. But that's like a short way into some of the different lace chain pieces. Here's the third piece. Did you have just something?
Oh, I will show that one, and then I have a question for you.
Yeah, for sure. This is another piece. It's called the lace mirror. This is just called the lace mirror because it reminds me of like the shape of a mirror that you'd hold and look in, like a Beauty and the Beast. So that's a single unit of a piece of lace. And then this chain is built by taking lots of those and adding this little, there's like a wire element added to the back for strength. And then these have a little ball chain hinge built into them.
And so Danielle, I was wondering if you had any of your milestone collection with you tonight to show?
I do, I have a couple. So the piece I started with, that blue earring, would be considered a milestone. So these are pieces that are often more technically difficult and are built on one-of-a-kind stones. So this piece actually, it looks sort of simple, this fern laying over top of the bezel of that stone, but actually to get a stone set beneath the front piece, this is all cold connection rivets that hold it together. So it's kind of cool, actually, the way this is built is like a very neat engineering kind of thing. So technically complicated for us, built around a one-of-a-kind stone. That makes it milestones on my side. And then our hope is that those pieces end up collected on your side for milestone moments, either, you know, something special in your life or gifted for a big occasion or something like that. I mean, by all means, buy milestones just because you feel like it and it's Tuesday. But on the off chance you need a reason, like we can kind of together like jump into what the big reasons are. This is called the Trecy emerald. It's a special kind of emerald that has this black star pattern in the inside. So this base of this ring is a core collection ring, meaning it's a ring that you can find in sterling silver and is always available to order from us. But all these details added to it are what move it to that next level of a milestones piece.
Well, thank you so much for showing us this beautiful work. Thank you. And we're going to move on. We will have questions at the after party. So if anyone has questions, just put them in the chat. We will go back to them. Thank you so much, Danielle. Our next artist is going to be Joy Stember, Metal Arts. Take it away, Joy.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here tonight. My name is Joy Stember, and I am a metalsmith, specifically a pewter smith. My main metal is pewter. I went to Tyler School of Art, Temple University, and studied metalsmithing and jewelry design. I started making ceremonial Judaica after a trip to Israel on birthright. So if you are over the age of 18, between 18 and 26, birthright is a gifted trip that you can go on to explore Israel for free through the Jewish Federation of Philadelphia and beyond. But I was really inspired on that trip. It was the first time I was ever there, and I really felt such a connection to Israel and my culture. And I grew up Jewish, but it really solidified it for me when I was in Israel. And so I started making Judaica when I got home from that trip. And there's a lot of holidays that are coming up, specifically Passover. So I wanted to show you tonight some of my most popular Passover items. This one is a powder-coated steel Seder plate with brass accents and pewter cups. But what makes this really super cool is that it's magnetic. So the cups are removable and you can take them out, and it makes it easier to clean. And each cup is embossed with the specific food that goes on each plate. So this one says beitza, which is the egg. And pewter takes texture really easily because it's such a soft metal. So the way I make the piece is that I etch a brass sheet, and then I take a flat sheet of pewter, I put it through a rolling mill, which is 2 steel rollers, and compress the texture into the pewter and cut out all of my pieces from that. So I have 3 different ones on the website. I have the square with the round cups. I also do a round version. And then we have the polygon with the triangular cups. All the cups are made using a hydraulic press. So you have a flat sheet of metal embossed with the texture, and then with lots of pressure into a die, and it creates a voluptuous form. I also do an Elijah's cup. So again, here's the texture that you can see, which says Elijah in Hebrew and in English. And all of my pieces are lead-free and safe to drink from. Pewter is naturally lead-free. So that's one of the fun things about working in pewter. This is a Sadaka box. This box is hand fabricated and it comes out, and a Sadaka box is basically like a piggy bank for charity. So you put the money in here, and then at the end of the week on Shabbat, you put money in, and then you take it out and give it to charity. I do a lot of candle holders as well. And my candle holders are non-denominational. Anybody can enjoy them. They're perfect for dinner candles or for Shabbat candles if you like. All of my candle holders come with 2 sets of inserts. So this brass piece is removable, so you can change the size of the candle. So you have one for Shabbat candles, and then you have a thinner one that holds a taper candle. And again, all the textures are all roll printed. And another item for Passover, or anytime, this makes a, you can hear my son, I'm sorry. This is for Haroset is how I imagined it, but it's a great chip and dip. Again, powder coated steel, brass accents, and a glass dish, perfect for hummus or any kind of chip and dip. Do you have any questions for me?
I sure do. And I love hearing your son in the background. This is part of, authentic and bringing people into our lives. So
Yep.
that's awesome. What makes a great bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah gift?
Actually, the Sadaka box is a great bat mitzvah gift, and they are engravable as well. So I can either engrave onto the bottom, or I can put a plaque on the back and say anything that you'd like. Just to commemorate
for weddings as well. Which items
Absolutely.
would you engrave or suggest for weddings?
For a wedding, I make these really special candle holders that you can put the glass shards into from the chuppah and the wedding. So I actually work with a glass artist out of Chicago who custom makes these beautiful, very thin, colorful glasses for me, which you can be found on my website. Once the glass is broken, you take off the lid, put the glass in. I give you a packet of epoxy and instructions to put on the inside, put it down, you're good to go. They all come with the interchangeable inserts as well, but I also do mezuzot for the wedding as well. So you can see the glass inside of here. And again, the top comes off. It's a do-it-yourself item. Don't have to send away your glass. Make sure that your, glass comes back to you. You don't have to worry about anything. It's all taken care of. So this is an easy fix. It goes right back in. And, when I'm not nervous.
That's right. It happens to all of us, believe me.
All right. Well, we'll just keep that one off for now. So you can also take out the glass tube and put in a kosher scroll. These are all non-kosher scrolls. A kosher scroll is one that is handwritten by a scribe in Israel, which has the blessing on it.
And there's another item that I wanted to ask you about. What is your most popular mezuzah?
So this one is actually my most popular. This is called sanded mezuzah. This is pewter and copper. So the shin is done in copper. And you just slide the scroll right in there. The kosher scrolls can be ordered on my website as well. This is just a nice, beautiful, sleek design. Pewter does not weather, it doesn't tarnish, it doesn't rust. So they're great for outdoors. I also have this one, which is great for, this has ahava, which means love in Hebrew. And again, with the copper shin. Another great anniversary, wedding, newlywed gift when they just get their new house. So yeah, those are some of my most popular items.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Joy. It's really wonderful to, see all the creativity and what you're offering your community. I love the wedding vials. Of course, I don't know the proper name for it, but I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're going to go on to our next artist, and we will have you back for questions at the after chat. All right, our next artist today is Valerie Hector Designs. Take it away, Valerie.
Hey, everybody, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you, Karla and Kathleen, for moderating for us. You're doing such a great job. You make us all feel so welcome and special. I'm an art jeweler. I have been making art jewelry full-time, actually overtime, for 32 years. This is my 33rd year now. And I work in all different kinds of beads and metal. So my job is to unite beads and metal in an elegant way and make very wearable pieces. This is an example of a rope necklace that has a very simple catch. It's for every day, but it dresses up very nicely when you want it to. I love working in multiple colors. Here's a multicolor rope necklace. And you can wear it long like this or double it and wear it short. So as much versatility as I can invest in a piece, that's what I like to do. Some of my most popular designs are these element necklaces where I offer you the option to design your own necklace. I'll design it for you. But a lot of people like to select their own elements. Many people are happy with just one element or two or three, but I do have customers who will fill the entire necklace with different elements and be very happy about it. So I'm happy to work with you or to give you my input, my artistic advice as to which elements work well together and which don't. Now, these necklaces have incredibly easy clasps. They're press fit clasps, they're sterling silver, they're commercial, incredibly easy so that you can put them on within a second. You don't need any help and you're not going to struggle. I'm not into struggle. I also make these elements in all sterling silver. And here's an example of a ring. This is actually a finger ring. Let me see if I can hold it up correctly here, that you can wear if you want to on your finger. But I discovered that they also work really well as necklace elements. And this is an example of 3 sterling silver elements put together. Extremely flexible. You can wear just 2. You can wear just 1. I mean, there's so many different wearing options here. You kind of create your own wardrobe just by having one of these necklaces. Very often my ideas come from looking at my bench when pieces come together kind of by accident. The pieces I'm working with one day just touch each other. And I think, oh, those are wonderful together. Here's an example of that happening. This is a lariat necklace. It's a chain necklace like the one I'm wearing, a beaded chain, where all you have to do is knot once the chain. The chain is very cooperative. It doesn't kink, it doesn't knot up, it doesn't give you a hard time. It's incredibly easy. And here is a very lightweight, everyday necklace. That's an attention, it's a conversation starter. People will ask you, oh, where did you get that and what is it? And I have had people come up to me and start touching it and without really thinking to say, hi, how are you doing? They're drawn to these elements. And of course, that makes me very happy as an artist. I also make experimental pieces that are for me to challenge myself to grow. Here's an example of a recent brooch. It's not quite perfected. I still have a ways to go, but I hand fabricate the metal armature out of sterling silver, rung by rung. In the beginning, it looks raw. It looks kind of like this. And you can see that I have soldered on each rung perfectly spaced with the next rung. And then I bead between the rungs. This is a kind of weft wrapping technique if you're into textiles. And I found out after I finished this brooch, this one-of-a-kind brooch, that the exterior is kind of bumpy, and I don't think I like that. I discovered that the interior, where it's all smooth and perfected, is the next thing I'm going to try to go for. So I want to design a necklace out of these elements, but round, featuring the interiors, kind of like satellite dishes, I guess, is a good analogy. And here, I want to pose questions with some of my pieces, questions that I have to answer. And the question I have to answer here is, in this experimental brooch, should I bead the entire sterling armature, or should I just leave it like this? Should I leave it partially beaded and the rest just open work? You know, there's arguments in both directions, and I will probably end up making brooches that do both things. Here's the interior of this. And part of me likes the interior as much, possibly even more, than the exterior. excuse me. I also make one-of-a-kind necklaces that really are statement necklaces for an event, for making an entrance maybe. And this is a cantilevered Alhambra necklace. I drove up to the Milwaukee Art Museum one day and I saw the Calatrava wings that I had never seen before open and close. And I decided to come home and make a necklace that was cantilevered like that. This is also a reversible necklace. So one side is green and the other side is blue. The clasp is magnetic. It's really sturdy and very easy to open. You don't need a valet. You can put it on yourself. It's a little bit heavy, as you can see, and you can see how these sections overlap one another. There are days when I feel like an engineer, but my job is to engineer a form or a series of forms to work seamlessly together and to be visually cohesive and strong and beautiful, and hopefully very elegant too. Here's an example of another type of necklace. I really love the necklace genre. I also love the brooch genre. I do make earrings and bracelets, as you'll see on my website, but the necklace genre and the brooch, really my most favorite. This is a necklace of tiny little Japanese glass beads and metal beads. French aluminum beads, antique French aluminum beads are mixed in here. Each one of these cylinders is composed of 7 separate cylinders that I stitch together. And then as you move, you go through your day or your evening, the cylinders rotate, creating an ever-changing kaleidoscope of color. And that's what I love, when I can generate something that keeps changing on the wearer and that adjusts with the light slightly and makes the wearer feel beautiful. I feel like I am a style consultant sometimes. I want women to feel that my work will make them happy, make them feel more beautiful. And when I can achieve that, it makes me very happy.
I was going to say, it makes me very happy just so like hearing these stories and seeing this work. Can you tell me what you have going on for spring? Are you doing spring colors? What's got you inspired?
Spring colors, I know it may not be the most fashionable color in the world right now, but I am intensely interested in this teal color as combined with sterling. And here I've used it in this lariat. The chain is all sterling silver. This is pretty lightweight. It may look heavy, but it isn't. It's incredibly fast and easy to put on. You can double it. You can wear the elements up higher, closer to your neck. I can make you a chain in any length that you'd like. I can put on a clasp if you'd like, but just the two together in these colors that complement each other beautifully.
That was another question that I had. Do you do Zoom chats with customers and custom pieces?
I am always happy to do a Zoom chat with a customer. I'm happy to talk on the phone, or we can do FaceTime. We can do email. I'm happy to send images. I call them mock-ups of when I put together pieces that a customer wants to see, different colors, different shapes. You know, we'll go through maybe up to 16, 18 different mock-ups. And then in the end, we get it right.
Well, thank you so much for that, Valerie. We will bring some questions to you later on, but I want to thank you for being here with us. You are our last artist for the evening, but we are not done. We are going to do our raffles, and then at the end of the raffles, we are actually going to have an after party where our people that are joining us today can ask questions, and we'll take some questions from the Zoom. I really want to thank all the artists for sharing their stories, showing us their incredible work. And we want to thank you as well. Before we draw the raffle prizes, we just want to let you know how much we appreciate you. You are why we make our work in the first place. And you showing up here today and being a part of these parties brings us inspiration, hope, and it fills our creative pools. So thank you. We are loving having this platform to connect with you, and we can't wait to see it grow with your help. Your follows, likes, shares on social media mean the world to us, so please keep it up. And don't forget to tell your friends how much fun you had today and have them come with you next time. So let's celebrate and choose the winners of the $50 gift certificates. We're going to choose one winner for each website website randomly from everyone that is still here at the party. We encourage you now to unmute yourself and cheer for the winners so we can have a little more fun that way. So if you are one of the lucky winners tonight, we need you to post your name and your email address in the chat so we can email you your gift certificate after the event. And this is especially important if your name is different on Zoom. I already hear family in the room. If you're uncomfortable with posting it to the whole group, you are welcome to private message it to admin or myself. So without further delay, I would like to do a drum roll for our first winner for Karla Gudeon Art and Design. The winner is Sarah Fresh. Congratulations. Our second winner today for Vella Mode is Sarah McGlough. Did I say that correct? Please forgive me if I butchered her name. Our third winner today for Jan Lichtenstein, It's by Jan, is Lynn Christ. Congratulations. And for Dennis Woke of Journey Bags, the winner is Sharon Dunoff.
Sharon. We're hearing from you.
And number 5 for Danielle Merzatta of Merzatta Design. Our winner is Marissa Murtaugh. Congratulations. 2 winners left and they could be you. The next winner is for Joy Stember Metal Arts. And that winner is Carolyn Finkelstein. And our final winner of the evening for Valerie Hector Design is Cheryl Lamarand. Congratulations. Oh my goodness. Congratulations to all the winners. And because we want everyone to leave feeling like they've won something, you all will receive a coupon code for 10% off of all 6 makers' websites, as well as my website at ecologic.com. The coupon will be good from today through March 12th. So please head over to the artists' websites and do some retail therapy or find some great gift ideas and enjoy supporting all of these wonderful artists. The coupon code for today's party, and this code will be put on the chat for you, is 36ARTPARTY. Again, that is 36ARTPARTY. We will send a follow-up email to everyone with this code and the links to the website for all the artists on the party today. So you don't need to remember any of this. We've got you. I wanted to give you a heads up on our next week's events, including some new artists, and our events we have on Thursday and Saturday will feature both new and returning. The list is Stubborn Style, he's new from the Northwest, Bottega Flaviani, Alicia Niles Glass, also new, Judith Klopp, Niefelt, Suchi Potter, Lorac Designs, a new artist, Suzanne Schwartz, Shanna Croy Jewelry, Karla Gudeon Art and Design, Megan Patrice Riley, and Elements by Jill Schwartz. If you want to see these shows, please RSVP at artpartycentral.org. And I especially want to give a shout out to my husband and business partner, Charlie Tesnakis, for helping us co-host today. Thank you so much, Charlie, and for putting up with me every day as we work together as partners. I have a lot of reasons to thank Charlie, but especially today. You may not have seen him, but he was in the background making sure that everything ran smoothly. I can also, I think I can speak for the artists by saying you all rock. We miss seeing you in person, but this has been such a great way to stay connected. We know you all are busy, so for those that would like to stay and hang out and ask questions, we invite you to unmute yourself and we can chat at the after party. With that said, we're going to stay on for just a few extra minutes to answer any lingering questions. And any of those of you that feel the need to go, we thank you so much and welcome you to come back anytime and join us. So let's open up the chat. Charlie, do we have any questions that we missed? Ah, Danielle, your earrings have caught someone's eye, so they would like to learn more about those.
Maybe you could pull a link. This is the mica strawberry earring. So these are pieces of mica, which is a rock that splits like slate. And the back of this earring is kind of cool, which is how it gets its name. This is the form in the back. And this happens to be an 18 karat gold and green mica earring. The one available online is an oxidized sterling earring with a peach colored mica.
Oh, those are so beautiful. I love that their mica is just so
They're
unusual and
good
stunning.
on Zoom. If you're on Zoom a lot and you need a little something, not a bad choice.
They're great. We also have a question in the chat for Dennis. Dennis, there was a question on how to clean and care for your bags. Is it challenging to keep them in good shape?
No, not really, not at all, actually. So what I tell my customers is once a year, it would serve them well to take the bag apart, empty it out, and use saddle soap with a clean cotton rag. Just wipe it down and then wipe it off. Leather needs to be hydrated. If you don't give it the hydration over time, it'll just dry up and crack. But even my white bag, pardon?
Oh, that might have been just some noise in the background. Dennis, go right ahead.
Oh, I was just saying that, even the bags that I make in white leather can easily be just wiped down with a damp cloth to take off any kind of soil that'll transfer from your hands. But for the most part, it's very simple. Just saddle soap and a clean rag once or twice a year and you're good to go.
Oh, that's wonderful to know. I know that that's something that really comes up a lot. I don't think we've been taught by our grandmothers anymore how to clean things. So it's really important to know things like saddle soap. Get yourself some saddle soap. That is fantastic. There has also been a question for Jan. Jan, someone was asking about the magnets and we're wondering if you did pins or pendants or if you could do a custom for them.
Sure, absolutely. I've done all of the above. I've done pins, pendants. I used to be a jewelry designer years ago and decided that there was so much competition in art fairs that I would start making something else. So I started making scarves.
Okay.
Which now, of course, I have a big competition too.
Well, that's right. And just for everyone to remember, you can, chat directly to Jan, but there's also going to be an email coming out with the website. And I'm sure Jan has, an email attached to that where you can connect directly with her.
Happy to do whatever you like.
Yeah. Does anyone have any other questions? I don't believe I've missed anything else from the chat unless Charlie lets me know. But
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Back to the artist who was just there on camera, the blue, that bright, brilliant blue scarf or shawl. Can you tell me about that?
This one?
Yeah.
This one?
Yes.
Hang on.
And thank you for being brave. I know it takes a little courage to shout out your questions. So we really appreciate that.
This one is organza, and it is, upside down. It is made with points at the edges so that it kind of gives it a curve to it. So when you put it on, it kind of has that really interesting flow. Do you have any other questions about this particular one?
No, just love it.
Well, please let me know, send me an email, and I'll be happy to do a party with you. And you can look at, I have a bunch of these in different colors and a couple in actually the same color.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Does anyone else have a question? I actually have a question for Karla Gudeon, Art and Design. And Karla, I've noticed a lot of birds that in your theme tonight. Do you take customs on bird pieces? And do you have any others you can show us?
I do custom bird work all the time. I'm going to turn my camera a little so you can see that tree of life. Very often, I'll do a custom tree of life and somebody will tell me about the different people in their family, and I will make a designer bird for each person in the family. So it's not quite a family tree, but the family and the generations are represented in the personality of birds. I have a little Judaica piece in the collection called Flying High that somebody saw and wanted to order for a special occasion, but they wanted the 3 family members in it. So they wanted it larger. This is actually not even in the frame yet. I'm just finishing this up. And this is not a hand colored etching because it was a one of a kind mom, dad, and kid for this special commission. And then I also have bird products. I have this fabulous Italian marble coaster set. It comes 4 to the box. It comes like adorably gift wrapped with like an I was made for you tag and all sorts of stuff. But there's 4 different birds on Italian marble and they have cork backs. I have my songbird, my strange little bird, and I have my little fairy tale up there. And then the other bird coaster set I have is a fabulous collaboration with another Art Party Central founding business, which was Swan and Stone, the hat company that made the great hat I'm wearing. And it's on both our websites because I designed us a bird coaster set wearing Swan and Stone millinery hats. So these are actual Swan and Stone hats. And they have the cutest little personalities when they're in their hats, as I feel it enhances my personality to be wearing one of the hats. So this is another great part we have, and they're pretty enough to leave out as art all the time on the table, and then they're functional, which I love that they serve that dual purpose.
Yes, I have some of those, which I keep in my office. It keeps me from, making terrible rings on my table, and it inspires me when I see them. So they're really, really fun. Valerie, do you have something that you would like to show us before we go for the day?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I did have a question. I wanted to, maybe you can do both of them. I wanted to learn a little bit about the pieces behind you.
The pieces on the mannequins?
Yeah, well, the art and the necklace. Well,
okay. Here's a necklace of wood beads that I dyed myself. After a lot of trial and error, I came up with a beautiful kind of a scarlet color, which is what I was looking for. Very lightweight, stitched in a technique that I invented quite by accident. And then I finished this necklace with a magnetic clasp, so that when you go to put it on, it's incredibly easy to put on. And it's kind of a statement piece. It's kind of a sculpture in its own right. I think that's fair to say. And as for what's on the wall, very eclectic, very modest pieces of artwork from Bannister Pope, my colleague from many, many years ago. He and I exchanged works. He did, I think, if memory serves, this is a chalk drawing, and I just love his aesthetic, and he's such a nice person. We got along very well. This is going back probably 25 years or more, I'm not sure. And then from China, I love China and things from China, Chinese art. This is a very modest commercial wrapping for a firecracker box. That's what I'm told, a box of firecrackers. Came in with this kind of a wrapping on top. Somebody saved it and it came down to me and I had it framed. So these colors and these ideas come through, I think, in my work sometimes, not all the time, but things I love to live with.
Oh, they're so beautiful. And Valerie, I mean, your work is just so amazing. I know that you're doing things that, nobody's really seen before. I mean, it kind of blows my mind to look at your pieces and to know that, you've sort of woven and created it.
Thank you so very much, Kathleen. I think that's what we're all about. We're all about exploring our own vocabulary and coming up with our own design sense and our own aesthetic that we then share with people who appreciate it. And of course, the people who appreciate it are really the most important part of the equation, because without them, we can't have a conversation with ourselves.
That's
our work is for our customers, and we love our customers.
You are so right. It's critically important to have our customers, because we, like you said, we wouldn't be inspired. We wouldn't push the boundaries without that. Thank you so very much. And Trecy, I'd like to go to you and have you talk about your work, please.
Well, I have different mediums. You want me to talk about the aluminum or the resin?
The water lily collection, I believe that someone had asked about that. Is that?
I was actually hoping that Trecy would model the water lily earrings so we could see what they look like on a person.
Thank you
Okay.
for coming in. Thank you.
Well, as I said, I pour the resin for the earrings, particularly very thin. So, and it's a frameless piece. So it's lightweight. Now I'm not good at putting on without a mirror. Oh, there we go. So yeah, so it's a 2-inch diameter and it hangs very nicely. And as I said, the two-top is 14 karat gold field and the resin is very light. So here it is. And this is pretty much the same diameter as the pendant, but I did a little silicone insertion to give it that circle in the middle. And I have in mind the open circle necklace when I did this earring design.
Thank you. And sorry to put you on the spot. No one can put in an earring on command easily.
Thank you so much.
That's right. And does anyone in the audience have any other questions? You can put in.
I see some of the necklaces that are on the mannequins behind you that look like, I don't know if they're resin or what they are. They're behind you on the mannequins.
The ellipse, is this for Trecy?
Right, yes, right behind you, what I'm seeing.
Yes, Trecy, there's still a question for you.
Oh,
Unmute yourself. Yeah.
Just the necklaces right there behind you, those, yeah, something like that up close. Yes, please.
Okay, well, this is anodized aluminum. I got into anodized aluminum, I don't know, a few years back, but you know, my husband is German and he used to go shopping in his hometown, and he's the one who introduced me to this metal. So I mainly sell this to galleries and museums. And as you can see, the anodized aluminum is really, it has a satin finish. And this bead is polyester resin. Yeah, and it looks like coral, actually. I also have smooth resin, but this is a blue this is blue, and then this is it's called I forgot the name of the color, but this is gray, and then this is just a very muted color. I don't know, you really can't see the beauty of the beads on the camera here, but here's another one without the bead. But they're very, this is a cylinder shape. Now I also have the anodized aluminum in the cube. This is very popular and it's more simple if you don't like a full strand of the cylinder beads. And it lays 18 inches, but you can see it on my website for sure.
Everyone's work is just so lovely. Joy, would you like to show another piece to wrap up the evening? Is there a special item that?
Bracelets? Any bracelets?
Is it for me? Are you talking to me?
I was asking Joy if there was anything special she wanted to show, and then I will have a bracelet. I would actually like to see after Joy Merzatta and her stackable bracelets.
Well, I just wanted to show, I forgot to show you guys my matzah plate. This is anodized aluminum with a powder coated aluminum plate on top, which is completely food safe with brass hand cut letters. Makes it nice and easy to clean all the matzah crumbs off. So this is another really great product for the holiday that's coming up. And then I also wanted to show you a really cool honey jar that I did. So this was actually designed on the computer. My model was 3D printed, and then I made a mold and cast this. So you can kind of see how the texture is both inside and outside of the piece. So this is a really cool product, and I don't have the dipper with me, but that's on the website. But there's a matching dipper that's also twisted that really picks up the honey beautifully. So yeah, 2 other pieces to show you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Joy. And Danielle, do you have some bracelets for us?
Yeah, I do. This is the cedar bracelet that I showed you earlier, similar to that chain. It's a little bit of a big size. This is the thin stackable version of that cuff. That little pine cone that I showed you, this is the pine cone cuff in 18 karat stacked with that. This is a double peony cuff, also a thin cuff bracelet. This is not online yet. This is a new core collection piece of a single peony cuff. And this is a really big parallel sided cuff. So when I say stackable, what I really mean is this is something that has 2 parallel sides that would line up well with other things. So those are some of the spots you'll see online.
They're really fun.
Thanks.
Thank you so very much. I know this has been a wonderful evening, and it's hard to let everyone go, but we have been here for a while, and I know you have things to do this evening. I hope you will join us again, and please go and explore these wonderful artists on their website. I know that Trecy also has some beautiful bracelets that you can find on the website. And again, remember, all of these artists are happy to do Zooms. We've all embraced this new technology.